My name's Kevin Hall, and I'm a professional Lego brick artist. So this is my job to actually design and build models and get commissioned to build them all around the world. And this is actually the Disney Beauty and the Beast castle. So it's a replica of the original 1991 movie. And it's basically about 500,000 bricks. Took 6 months to build. It's 2.2 meters high. The tiles in the roof, there's 40,000 tiles in the roof. And each roof took about 2 days to actually build. So, and it's got some animation as well. The Beauty and the Beast actually turn around on the dance floor, and it's got lights and LEDs in it as well. So, yeah, it was about 6 months of my life. Well done after today.
It turned out incredible. This is amazing. So when you start on a massive project like this, where do you start then, as far as kind of the first area that you start, and then kind of build from there?
Well, it's about a month worth of actually planning and watching the movie over and over again and freeze framing it and look at different sculptures and other models that that you can get at Disneyland and things, and then actually do my own interpretation of it, and then planning out where all the actual built the rooms are going to go and where everything's actually going to sit, and then because I'm also a graphic designer, and so I can actually visualize what it's going to look like, and I'll free build it from that and then actually build it up and then add all the details to it as well.
Okay, yeah, that's really impressive. And I know I've talked to people in the past who've done builds like this, and they sometimes get the original artwork or blueprints or something like that. Did you have anything like that, or was it pretty much just the movie that you based this?
No, it's based from the actual movie and from different illustrations and things like the actual mosaic that I've got is actually from the actual new movie that's coming out. So that's the new logo for it. But everything's based on images, photos, still frames, and everything else from the original movie.
Right. Yeah. And so I love what you've done here with the roofs, especially. How did that technique work, and kind of how did you come up with that?
Well, I wanted to do something different that wasn't brick built, it wasn't slopes or anything like that, and I wanted to use the actual tiles, so like real tiles. So I did a few prototypes, and this is actually Lego tubing, 3mm tubing, and then with clips, literally clipped on. So 40,000 tiles put onto a clip and then clipped on, which is why it took about 2 weeks just to do the roofs.
Wow.
So, and then each one is offset by, with the jumper, half a brick in. So then it goes for those really nice angles. And then you can get the different curves as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's amazing. So I'm sure that took quite some time, like you said. How does this build break down then for kind of moving it around, or how does that work?
Well, every roof comes off separately, and then that gets bubble wrapped up and boxed. And then the actual tower breaks into two, and the back tower comes off. So everything's all modular, and then the whole thing splits right in half. So the back section and front section, and then the sides actually all come off as well. So it ends up, each main section is only about 600 mils wide. So then it'll actually fit through a doorway if I need to, and then it's on a block of wood, and then it gets crated up and put onto pallets and put on the back of a truck.
Mm-hmm. Another thing I noticed is a lot of windows in here. So what was your technique for that, for getting those windows built?
Well, there's about 120 windows in there. I did a few prototypes first, actually in LDD first, and then that was literally, I wanted to do it something simple so I could replicate it through the whole thing as well. So it's literally just basic windows in the back, and then with the arches in the front. And it was actually, there are actually ice creams on top to give that detail as well, because it's like a Baroque feel, which is a French Baroque castle, basically.
Right. That's really neat. And I guess, you've obviously probably done some fairly big size builds over the years as a brick artist and everything. What do you find is the hardest part about doing builds that are this big?
Well, I've actually done a lot bigger than this as well. I've done the world's largest flag in Dubai, which was 3.1 meters. This is only 2.2. Right. So, and I've did a replica of Legoland Dubai, which was 4 meters by 4 meters. Wow. But it depends. Like, each model's different. So I think the engineering in this was hard, because I had to design from the bottom, knowing that as I go up, it had to support itself, had to be modular, and everything had to line up. And with something that's 1.5 meters wide, when I'm doing windows on one side, I had to make sure they also lined up on the other side to make it realistic, so it's believable as well. So it was a matter of literally a lot of planning, a lot of building, going that has to line up with here, and then putting all the supports inside, and literally building like height sticks so I could take on one side and then bring it to the other side, so I know it's exactly the same height as well. While I was actually building this as well, which took 6 months, I was in the between. I also do workshops as well for kids, plus I do other commission jobs, which unfortunately I can't tell you about at the moment. And I did the latest, some models for the latest book for DK, for the official Lego book. So doing those models and this and that as well. So it keeps me very, very busy.
Okay. And so was this just a fun project for you, or was this a commission or something, or how'd that work?
No, this is a mock,
Okay.
basically, yeah.
Fun build.
So, because for the last few years, I've been doing lots of commission jobs, and I used to work at Legoland as well. And basically, I've built lots of castles in the past, and I'm quite famous for building castles. And I want to do something, and I've got a love for Disney as well, so I'll put both of them together and build a Disney castle. And so I want to do something authentic as well, and something everyone's built, like Sleeping Beauty and Cinderella Castle, and I want to do something different. And especially the Beauty and the Beast castle was very iconic. So, and now the movie's coming out next year as well, which I actually didn't plan those. I just, I want to build that. And then, by the way, the movie's coming out. So, well, that worked out well.
There you go. And so you mentioned you built a lot of castles. What do you think of the new Disney castle Lego just released as a set?
Oh, it's a brilliant set. Actually, a friend of mine, Marcus, designed it.
Okay.
But the details, I love detail. And it's those little details, and with the models I build like this, that once you build it and then step back, and if it comes to life and actually becomes real, then you know you've done a really good job. And with the new Lego Disney castle, it's the same. There's so much detail in it that it literally comes to life as well.
Yeah, well, that's awesome. Yeah, I think it's a great kit as well. But you did an amazing job with this, so I appreciate you taking the time to talk with me. Thank you.
No, happy to talk. Cheers.